You better tell them or I will. You better tell them. We gon' talk about wrong, right, death, life. Talk about anything you like, you better tell them or I will. You better tell them or I will. You better tell them. We gon' talk about broke, rich, real life-ish. Speaking like this, I can't miss. You better tell them or I will. You better tell them or I will. You better tell them. We gon' talk about the old, young, smart, dumb. Let me show you where I'm coming from. You better tell them or I will.
We on once again, man. It's been a while, but shit, we back. You better tell them or I will, because this train ain't stopping, baby. You know, it's good to see y'all, man. It is good to be seen, baby. You know, it's been a while. We've been having the California heat wave, some daddy duties, some adult things. You know, just been living life, man. You know, lifing, if you will. But we back again, man, and today we're gonna talk about difference and distance. Because there is a difference in the distance and a difference with distance. You know, man, and while we've been gone and doing our adult thing and family thing and the heat wave and the, you know, the tropical thunderstorm that came through California, you know, life happens. And life is good. You're going to constantly hear me say that. Life is good, man. But I had an experience, and then we'll get into well, it kind of goes together. I had an experience, but I'm going to share the experience, and then we're going to get in the difference in distance. As you know, I'm a real estate agent and, or a realtor, technical terms. But I was engaged in a transaction of my first manufactured home in a park. That's what they call it in California. Back in the South where I was born, it's called a trailer home or a trailer park. I think Eminem grew up in one. But anyway, I'm engaged in this transaction in a manufactured home. My client is qualified for $400,000, but in California, in the cities that we grew up in and we work in and raise our family in, $400,000 today is not going to get you much, if anything. And so they was like, let's look at mobile homes. So manufactured homes, which indeed are mobile homes. But anyway, I get involved in this transaction. We write the offer. Offer is accepted. We start doing the inspections, you know, the physical inspection, appraisal, all of this stuff. And then you have to get qualified for said park. Now remember, client fully qualified at $400,000 to purchase a home. We go through the process of getting qualified for the park, and it comes back denied. Now, I've been involved in real estate since September 3rd, 2017, and my mind could not accept not qualifying. Let me share a little bit on that. Remember this. Write it down. In everything that you're doing, when it comes to qualifying, using credit, income worthiness, affordability, all of this, that, and the other, everything, it's a human that pushes the button. So I often tell my clients when we need to get verification of this, a verification of that, I say, you got to get in touch with a human. What do you mean by that, Sean? I'm so glad you asked. When you call into these places and you have customer service reps, you're dealing with what I call robotic people, meaning they've been trained, got these guidelines that don't fit that guideline. Nope, denied. Nope, can't do anything. And you know my least favorite word, unfortunately. Okay? So I'm knowing that a human could change what we receive far as denial. So anyway, I told the client, don't worry about it. I'll go up there the next day. The heat is on. So I'm dressed like I'm getting to play 18 holes. I got on seersuckle, tan and white striped shorts, tan polo, Dobbs 4.5-inch straw brim, right? Straw brim, summertime, not felt. We'll get to you brothers that wear felts in the summer another day. But anyway, when I get to the door, the sign says communicate via phone. Keep in mind, I done called this number 5 times, left 2 messages and 2 emails. Okay? So I'm looking at the number like, oh, I didn't see that number, but it has the number that I already called. So I'm calling the number on the phone. I hear the people talking in there, but the door locked. So I'm like, okay, well, let me walk down to this door. I walk down to that door. That door is locked, blinds closed, but you're talking. So while the phone is ringing, I knock on the door. Maintenance man open. And I meet the manager. Keep in mind, the reviews of said park has nothing good to say about the manager. So I go in there and I tell the lady, you know, I introduce myself. She's like, yeah. I say, I'm on space 11. She's like, no, you're not. I say, yes, I am. She says, no, you're not. I said, okay, you might be right. Let me check. Well, my emails, sure, 11 is another transaction I had. I'm on 73 in this one. And I said, you know, I'm going to be very transparent with you. This is my first time working on a mobile or manufactured home, and I'm having a hard time understanding how we're getting denied. Now, I'm on unit 73, and you're telling me 72 people prior to me all have excellent credit. She said they meet the criteria. I said, okay, criteria. What is the criteria? You could look it up. No, I'm not going to look it up. You could tell me, or you could print it out. Could you please print out the criteria for him? And I'm like, okay, these reviews are starting to make sense. And I'm talking calm to the lady, and she's telling me I seem upset. Huh? One thing y'all gonna learn about me, don't tell me how I feel, and don't tell me what I'm saying. Because if we engaging in debate or anything, I'm very clear on what I have to say. I don't double talk. You won't hear me say, you know what I'm saying when I'm engaged, because I'm very clear. So I said, don't tell me how I feel. And I said, let me share something with you. I said, I have 3 beautiful children and a badass wife. My life is good, baby. It ain't nothing to be mad about no mobile home, you know? And she starts going, and then, of course, she hits me with the I feel threat. And da-da-da. Man, I don't give a fuck how you feel. Call the police. And then I started looking around at the cameras like, goddamn. You know, I'm sharing that experience because it had me heated. And as I'm leaving and coming down, praying it out, and what is the lesson I need to learn? Because when I get irritated or agitated, I need to know the lesson for me so I don't get like this again. And then I start to realize it's 11:10 in the morning when I pulled up. How do I know? Because I looked at the clock, right? It's 11:10 in the morning. You're sitting in the leasing office and the door is locked and the blinds are closed. I don't sit in my own home at 11 o'clock with the doors are locked, but the blinds are open. Let some light into this place. But based on them reviews, in the words of Nipsey Hussle, somebody already tested your jaw. That's why you sitting behind locked doors and closed blinds. She thinking I'm dumb, so I just climbed the ladder, went to corporate, to the people that own the company that owns the park. Had to write the letters, type the emails. Me and the listing agent got together. We canceled the deal out, wrote the letter to the company, and I even spoke with the manager of applications. She said, what is the name? Gave her my client's name. Come to find out they need a 625. My client's averaged at 621. And she said they should have made an exception. I said, we were willing to pay the fee for the whole year. So I'll be checking back in a couple of weeks, see if the lady's fired. But anyway, the reason I bring all that up is because it's a difference in the distance. What do you mean, Sean? I'm so glad you asked. There's a difference in the distance, and there's a difference with distance. As you grow and you're on this journey of life, certain things don't mean what they meant a decade ago. Certain things don't mean the same thing. You don't look at the world the same way once you cross over into maturity, right? Not maturing, you're mature. And when you take this responsibility for your life, certain things don't get you no more. Certain things are not as valuable, or and what I mean by value, and I'm speaking to myself because I need to hear this myself. So, love cars. Ferrari is the car. When Sean P pull up in a Ferrari, know that I am there, because I know certain things have to happen in order for me to own a Ferrari, right? Certain community, certain home, certain way of life has been happening for at least 5 years before the Ferrari pull up to the garage. And into, right? Like a Ferrari cannot pass me anywhere without me noticing. And you can ask my wife that, because one day I'm driving, she look at me crazy, and I'm like, what? You know, I'm talking like, what the hell are you looking at me like that for? I checked the mirror. I'm like, oh, there go that machine. She was like, I was wondering what was wrong with you. You know, anyway, certain things, as you put distance in your life, meaning on the journey, you put miles in, you up the road, and you look back and you notice the change, and the Ferrari may not mean what it meant a decade ago. So when this lady, this experience I had with this manager, I didn't react the way I would have miles back. See, I had to put distance between people and their attitudes. I understand that, hey, man, some people are going through something that don't have nothing to do with me. Now I'm putting together the locked doors and the closed blinds. You're not free. You're not on the up and up on your business, because there's no need. You cannot come to my office at 11 in the morning and the door is locked. It's not going to happen. The door is open. Welcome. Would you like something to drink? Would you like some water or coffee, or maybe hot tea? That's what you're going to get when you come to my office, right? We'll be right with you. You see? And the difference in me, and hopefully the difference in you, certain shit just don't rattle your cage no more. The man that owned this, believe it or not, is a knockout artist. He's going to do everything he can in his power not to knock your ass out when opportunity presents itself. Why? Because of the distance he done put on this road. Did that back in the day. Drop a motherfucker just for you. Well, my man Prodigy, R.I.P. Prodigy, Mobb Deep say, I just want to punch motherfuckers in the face for breathing. You know what I'm saying? He was on that shit. But man, today we look at it, hey, if you're not threatening me to get to my front door and see my family, you do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. Because I know at the end of the day, when I go to work, meaning work, I'll be the victor. So the distance, the experience, the jumping the gun too fast, and then you the one messing with the depression of the event. While the person you done got into it with, they over there sleeping, ain't thinking nothing about you. So when we go through those type things, we lose the will to feel bad. So then therefore I don't put myself in them positions no more to have to talk to somebody crazy. However, let me interject this. Something might happen where it's my duty to tighten a motherfucker up and bring them to the coming to Jesus meeting. You may be the one responsible to get that person to the lesson. 9 times out of 10, the universe will take care of it, you know? And on this road, making a difference with self, as you start to put this distance between point A and the destination, you come across wise counsel. Some of us may not recognize that, but the power, God, puts certain wise people in your life to drop jewels on you to help you maneuver with more peace, with more ease, with less loss. And it's our job to recognize said people and get them jewels for the crown, baby. But some of us think we know it all. Some of us think, well, I'm just going to do it my way. And as they tell me in recovery, let me know how that work out for you, because we'll be here, And it's a trip, man. And, the difference in the distance.
Have a deep conversation, probably reach across the nation. I'm getting to the point, be patient. Tell them or I will. You better tell them or I will. You better tell them, yeah. You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast on the internet. Sean P. You better tell them.